I'd like us to now take a look at our other very important segment that comes every Friday, and this is Captains of Industry. And this week we are focusing on the high cost of shipping horticultural products and how our companies are aligning themselves to this. Our reporter Brenda Kerubo has more in this week's edition of Captains of Industry.
Omniflora is the marketing and distribution arm of the division specializing in the development and awareness of fair trade flowers in Northern Europe. They source a wide range of flowers from Africa, America and the Far East, including standard and spray carnations, freesias, summer flowers, orchids and other exotic varieties. Omniflora's Njuguna John Mboro gives us some insights into the business and what is happening with the external headwinds facing the sector.
When you're looking at the flower business, a lot has changed because of COVID-19. But some of the restrictions that were put in place earlier just to restrict movement of people and also services have since been withdrawn. Is the flower business back to where it was pre-pandemic?
Not really, because some of the disruptions that were brought by the COVID will never come back again. For example, we used to have over 20% of our flowers used to be transported by the passenger airplanes. Some of them withdrew and have never come back. Again, the charters that were coming our way have gone to China to transport dry goods, and we don't see them coming soon.
All right, and at the same time, with this in mind, we also have the supply chain disruptions that have been caused by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. How is this playing out in terms of the flower business?
This has a very big negative impact, particularly in the energy sector. Flower production is a high energy consumer, and as such, our producers depend a lot on fuel. And with the fuel going very high, this will have an impact on the incomes of both the producers and, of course, everybody in the industry. Another area in terms of consumption of our flowers in the European market. During the times of war, people usually go raw on luxury purchases, and the flowers will be considered as part of the luxury purchases, and we have seen a dip in the consumption of flowers.
All right, so and also at the same time, when you're talking about the alternative ways of transporting these flowers, since there were disruption in the air business, how are you now doing it? What are some of the alternatives?
We have started taking our flowers to Europe by sea, but it's a very big challenge because the flowers take a whole month between Mombasa or between the farm and the port of destination. This again is 72 hours that we are used to. We cut our flowers and in 3 days somebody is enjoying the same in Europe. It's not the same today, but we have to adopt with the new challenges, and we have to quickly develop infrastructure that will accommodate shipping our flowers by sea, and within no time I think we are going to be able to do that. Companies like Maersk have started giving these facilities to have flowers going to Europe by sea.
All right, and also another challenge that you're facing is climate change, which you sadly don't have control over.
There has been many changes. We have sometimes our supply lines disrupted because we get rains when we did not expect and have no rain when we expect. Of course, this disrupts even our sales, because at times we get flowers when we don't need them, and when we need them, they are not there because either there is very little water or there is very low humidity in the growing areas, which reduces production.
All right, and when you're looking at an outlook basis, what is likely to drive the flower business, especially when you're looking into the Kenyan market?
I must say it must be sustainable production. I am in the fair trade system for the last 3 decades, and I've seen massive changes in terms of the way we care for the environment. And by doing so, we have even increased production per unit area, because of the good care we are taking in terms of the soil and the plants and even the people who work for it. You realize this country's agricultural background for many decades had been coffee and tea. And due to the lowering of the prices and the disruption of the market of coffee and the rest, all those workers now who are working for the giant coffee industry are now have been being consumed or had got their jobs again through the flower industry. This is sustainability.
Indeed, always refreshing to get a glimpse of captains of industry. Of course, come next week, we shall also have more content for you. Make a date with us here on KTN News, where you get the whole story and the home of quality business journalism. My name is Abegina. Have yourselves a productive weekend ahead. I leave you in the able hands of Cecilia Wakesho, who will be taking you through some more stories making headlines across the country. Have a lovely weekend ahead.